So the thing about when we want to make change and when we want to create healthy habits, what we tend to do is set a goal. And the definition of a goal is something I want, something that is external to myself, and it's aspirational, right? That's what I want as a goal. So I'm going to go in, not in pandemic time necessarily, but I'm going to go join the gym. I am going to not drink alcohol. I am going to run. I'm going to, I don't know, whatever it is that I'm going to do, but I'm doing it from the 1st of January because this is my opportunity to start a new life. And I learned 2 things. I learned that in order for you to adopt healthy habits, you have to not only decide what it is that you want to be, that you're going to do, but you have to almost decide what you're not going to do. Does that make sense? Because when you're deciding what it is that you're going to do, the problem you have is that we have only the best props in my office. We use we haven't used the kitten yet, but we use whatever's lying in front. You have a goal where you're saying, I'm going to read a book a week, right? Here's my goal. It is external to myself. It is a book that I have to read a week. It is an achievement I have to make every week. It always has the possibility of failure. But what you're trying to do when you do that is you're trying to transform yourself into this person that reads a book a week. Why don't you aim instead for evolution instead of transformation? So what do I mean by that? I mean that if you are going to set up and do healthy habits and be this person that has its healthy habits, you have to change into the person for whom those habits are a natural thing. The way your goal for 52 books a year is going to succeed is because you will become a natural reader. But you didn't set a goal. You didn't set a goal to become a natural regular reader. You set a goal to read 52 books. Now, the distinction between there and here is quite far. So I will set a goal, for example, like Philip's goal, where I will say, okay, I want to read more. And I have teenage children. I swear they don't know how to read, but they claim they went to school. So that's a good thing. I've never seen anybody reading apart from me in my house. But when you are a reader, it means you slot times in your day to read because it's an enjoyable activity. It's a relaxing thing to do. But when you become a reader, what we are able sometimes to think about it is you're going to actually decide it's going to be an intelligent book you're reading. And that becomes your first route to failure because it's like, not only am I going to read, but I'm going to read an intelligent book. I'm all about read something until you develop the habit. Because when you've read something and then develop the habit, you have evolved into a reader. And then your goal of a book a week isn't even a goal. You're just the kind of person that reads a book a week. Is this making sense? So it's the problem with the habit becomes, what are you going to give up and what are you going to become? That is the way in which you become a person that adopts a healthy habit. You want to write this down. Work out who it is that you want to be. Because that person does the thing that you want to be doing. Because that is an internal evolution. Then work out that person who you're going to become, when do they do the thing you want to be doing? Okay? Who do you want to be? When are you doing the things you want to be doing? And how does it feel to be the person that is doing those things? Now, why does that work instead of other things? It works on a whole variety of levels. Transformation is external and it's very outside you. Whereas evolution, transformation is a bit va-va-voom, I've transformed. Evolution is quiet, it's internal, but it is a shift within you. So when you are shifting internally because you're evolving, that is the first step. Secondly, when you adopt healthy habits, that crap fails because you don't know what you're giving up to put that in. You're already busy, right? So if you're going to do like Philip and read your book, when are you going to read that book? What are you going to be doing what are you not going to be doing because you're going to be reading that book? It's like saying, I'm going to exercise for an hour every day. What are you giving up? So what are you going to stop doing to do that thing? Because evolution, as we all know, is the giving up of stuff in order to be doing more things, because we have to give up things to change. And change is painful as hell, but unless you give up stuff, you can't change. So you're giving things up. Now, the next thing on this one is that when you look at manifesting and you look at any form of hitting universal flow, which I'm a huge fan of, there is no possibility for you to go into that flow unless you feel that feeling of being the person that you want to be. Because the way I anchor every evolution, the difference between transformation and evolution, the way I anchor it is the sensation of the feeling. Because when I feel to be that joy or that happiness or that whatever, then I know I've anchored it, because the feeling is the antenna going out of me into the universe. And it's me going to the universe. This is who I am. Download for me more of this, because this is who I am. Don't try and aspire to something, because that aspiration means that you're always somewhere failing or succeeding, and you're always measuring yourself. Whereas if what you're doing is evolving into someone, then that evolution, it has no guilt and it has no shame, and it literally has no failure attached to it at any stage. But all of that, I put all of it into a calendar, because I have a calendar that runs my work life, right? But let me tell you, everything that is about my belief system, about who I am, also goes into that calendar, and I run one calendar. So in my calendar, I have in the morning that I'm going to meditate, I'm going to work out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Let me assure you that in the same place of that calendar where I had this talk set up, after this talk, it said, find a gin and tonic, because that is going to be my priority after the talk. But everything that I'm doing, I put my priorities into my calendar so that I have a balance sheet across a week, and I have a profit and loss account for every day. And within that is a balance of how my whole week will work, my month will work, and then my life will work. There is we call it the balance sheet technique, and it is super vital, because you are a rounded person. You are good, you're bad, you're a parent, you're not a parent, you're a sibling, you're all of those things. All of that deserves to have its space in your life. So you want to set yourself up so you win on every one of those levels.
Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Please click to like the video and to subscribe. And if you want to get notified when we're releasing all our new videos, please click the bell icon. Thank you.